7:43 p.m. I made it to the Sunset Walk today. It's July 15th. It's the All-Star Game, baseball. And the sun is going to set soon. There's the palm tree mountain. Seagulls circling. And we're off. So again, I'm going to do my 2-mile walk. And mourning the death of my father. I haven't been having good nights. The shoreline looks like it's mid-tide. So you can see some of the walls here. Not the wood, but the rocks. And here on these piers, there are like people who play the music. There's not much music today on this Tuesday night. I guess because the All-Star Game, there are a lot of sports fans. I hear their gossip once in a while. The people fish here, they hang out with their kids, their relatives, or their buddies from work. Big Latino community over here. We're down to Brighton Beach, which is mostly Russian speakers, folks from Middle East, from former Soviet bloc, or they're from Muslim countries. And I am going for my walk. Get some sandals, or should get some Tevas, or some running shoes. But I'm going to give it a go. My teeth are feeling pretty good. I'm heading over the sand. It's more crowded than I thought it'd be for a Tuesday night. It's nice weather. It's about 80 degrees. And not much humidity. And I'm heading a mile along the beach. Yeah, it's definitely lower tide to low tide on this day. I gotta go home and see how many miles I've been logging. And what's nice is, welcome to Chad. No sandcastles up, but some nice moats and stuff down. I have it's kind of low tide. Let's see if there are any nice shells or pumice stones when it's low like this. Sometimes you find pumice stones like this. No, it's a bone. It's a chicken bone. But I still didn't figure out where the pumice stones were coming from, because there's no pumice. There's no, oh snap, there's no active volcanoes in New York. We're in New York, so it's Brooklyn. And welcome to the stream. And I don't know if it was brought in for rafts, or brought in by commercial fisher boats. They did it to pack stuff or whatever. Because it just doesn't make sense. There are no volcanoes local. But, you can stroke your feet. I can stroke callus off your feet or your hands with pumice stones. That is a dead pigeon. I was about to say it was horseshoe crab. But it's not. Art Dream by Riven says, there's a wave. And Lacey, thanks. Please do a follow. And if you want to check out my content, it's still mostly juggling stuff and things around New York. I'm going to probably put up my math tutoring again for free one night. See how that goes live. And do podcasts. But I got a lot of coding work to do still. Look, styrofoam. This is not pumice. I have to get a selfie stick, a stabilizer stick. But it's a nice night here in New York. If you're saying hello, please do a follow if you can. And walk a couple miles here. Walk a couple miles here along the beach. thank you for viewing. Currently I have 4 viewers according to the metrics here. And I'm going to walk past the amusement park. 6 now. Past the aquarium and the underground city. I swear the underground city and the aquarium. I hear cars going by, roads. The SUVs are parking there. They have like a garage down there. All these giant gates and stuff. There's a complex below this beach. Where? It is true. Wow, someone collected a lot of shells and mussels and added to this castle. We never did collected shells for our castles. I don't know why. We did drippy castles. Like that. Drippy towers. That we'd make these Russian style drippy castles. Dad. There are a lot of castles in Romania, Russia. The old country, right? So we're gonna head down to Brighton Beach. It's a play by Neil Simon, Brighton Beach Memoirs. Heard of it. They had a revival of it recently. But the movie with Matthew Broderick is pretty funny. It's pretty loyal to the script. I remember I saw the play first, but I was like, this is a good movie adaptation when I got older. It's before 9/11 the movie came out, I think. But it's fun if you like New York style movies. It had that sort of like Woody Allen humor in Manhattan with what was his ex-wife's name, Mia Farrow. There's this very fast, witty humor about being a New Yorker of Jewish extraction, and being an American child, so, after World War II. Yeah, I recommend the play. I recommend the movie, Brighton Beach Memoirs. If you haven't seen it, it's a nice thing with his mom and his sister. It's a good story. It's a good one. A lot of mussel shells intact. I don't have a bucket. Should bring a bucket or an old helmet. But these mussel shells are great. And again, I do art. Like it was a forest with the shells, but then I thought it was a little tacky to take the mussel shells and seashells and make like a forest scene, the seaweed. It's like, what is wrong with me? Just celebrate the ocean. And again, this seaweed is more fresh than the seaweed I buy at the store for my miso soup. Like unbroken shells. Pumice. I'll bet there are some pumice stones here. Maybe. But the seaweed is so fresh looking. It is. Look like you just eat it right off the ground. It's so green. Look at it. It's so fresh. Out of this is Coney Island. Seaweed here than my salad. Alright. So off we go. We are about a quarter of a mile to the walk. I'm doing a mile downriver. And we have Jonathan Livingston Seagull here working on his footwork with the waves. I don't know if there are any fish here. I just don't know. Haha. Oh. And so on we go. Lacey Kittredge says hello. And you can see that folks often take over the lifeguard stands when the lifeguards aren't here during peak hours. They sit, watch their families, or it becomes a love seat for 30 minutes to an hour before the patrol people come by in their green shirts to say, get down from there, that's a lifeguard stand. I see them do it all the time, but It's a nice place to chill. Should we climb one and chill for a few minutes? Climb down? Should we do that? I feel like doing that right now. Should I climb? Well, let me keep walking and get exercise done. Keep saying here. On we go. The air smells good. So, saw my brother and sister last night and my niece, and that was lovely. My brother paid for dinner, so shout out to my brother. Hardworking dad, family oriented. And he went to a local restaurant in New York, this trendy restaurant called Fish Cheeks. If you've never heard of Fish Cheeks, it's like an Asian fusion. It's like this really attractive Thai woman married this nice Jewish boy, and she had some money, and he helped make the place a success. He's some type of businessman as well. And it was full house last night. It was very popular in the East Village. It's just got like Thai food, like family recipes, but not like pad Thai or curry soup, but like family recipes. So it's fun. Like the fish is like boiled, and like this lime. They use lime a lot, citrus, where she's from in Thailand. They're like family recipes. And then they had like this ground beef that was more like corned beef hash, but it was spiced like Thai style, so that was really good. And then had the oysters on a half shell, a huge plate. My mom used to like to eat oysters, so she taught me how to scoop them, but I only had one. And calamari and a lot of really good seafood with just these amazingly rich Asian spices. So just, I can't get enough of Thai flavors, but not too spicy. I forgot that my dad used to laugh, but my cousin loved spicy food, the hotter the better, and would eat like the stuff from like extreme competitions, like Diablo style peppers, like super, super spicy. I forgot. My cousin said hello. He's retired. But I didn't realize like how many years he was a college professor. He's like, Josh, you should really send your resume out to be a college professor. You're really shortchanging yourself with all of your education. It's such a waste of your talent to just be coding these online classes for 20 to 30 people and not like work at a college. He worked at colleges for over 20 years, Rhode Island School of Design, and then one year they gave him like a show at the Met. I mean, I guess he had some very successful work as a professor. But he was an adjunct, he wasn't a full tenured professor, but it was good work, and now he's retired in a retirement community. But he's like, Josh, if you think about it, you're getting older. Well, you have 10, 15 years left to teach, and you haven't planned it out, and you're not getting medical, and you're not getting upward mobility. Like, what's wrong with you? You should send your resume and do it now. This is a wonderful shell with no bird marks. And I always thought that these little hermit crab shells would make good chopstick rests if I owned a restaurant. Just have a bucket of them and shellac them so that they're shiny, and just use them for chopstick rests. And then open shells, like oyster shells like that, or clam shells, like for the wasabi and ginger. That's the way I would do it if I had a sushi bar. Anyway, I'm just saying. It's not an original idea, but I have like a bucket of, if I had a sushi bar, I'd have these hermit crab shells as like hermit crab shells for the chopstick rests, or maybe by the napkins, chopsticks. And then clam shells for the wasabi and the ginger, which cleans your palate. And, or for the soy sauce, a little dish. Just to go with the presentation, the dragon boat or whatever, or the sushi rolls or the don bowls. Is this boring? All right, we're passing the aquarium, guys. There's the park. There's the Cyclone. It's been around since World War II. The glare on this iPhone 11 is bad. I was gonna go into Verizon and upgrade it. I guess I could do that Friday, right? And they have it in Brooklyn too. See if I can turn it in, pay the extra $100 a month, and get like, what are they up to now? iPhone 17 or 18 or some shit? Did I just curse? But again, the seaweed is healthier than my salad, I swear. We're gonna walk along the seaweed. This is so wonderful. I feel like just picking it all up and washing it and eating it. It looks so good. I mean, I've had buy seaweed salad at Japanese markets, and this looks healthy, just as healthy. I'm gonna have to look it up. If there's anyone that like how to clean seaweed from the ocean to eat. Do you fry it or steam it or let it sun dry on a rack? Like, what do you do? Hang it off over some chopsticks? I mean, are there microbacteria in there that you have to like triple wash it or you get sick? Does anyone know? Anyone type it in chat? Because this seaweed looks so healthy. Like, I have like vitamin smell as I walk by. Like, man, this is like, my mom used to cook with kelp too. She cooked with seaweed. And always felt like never had a stomach ache. Very rare to have a stomach ache. It didn't give you diarrhea. It's good for your digestion, good for your overall health. Just like a good Asian soup. And your health is, like chicken noodle soup. Jewish penicillin. It's a really good soup, good Asian soup as well. Help with your overall health. And then when you're not eating, I don't know, your energy just feels it's there. This is kind of low tide because you see all the posts. When we were last year, all the posts were submerged underwater. So up to there, we are about a little more than a half a mile down the road. It's going fast. It's almost low tide. See 3 feet of the wall here. So this is almost low tide. These walls have been around since the end of trading ships, 1800s. And here's a castle made with cups. Look, a little private orange boat. So you can go off and explore. That's the life, isn't it? Someone loves someone. S loves S. All right, let's keep going. S loves S. Sungafimi says skinny dip. No, I got my work shoes on. I got my my Skechers on. But I feel like, yeah, maybe I was even gonna go off and walk through the water. But it's warm. If you haven't been here in Coney Island, thanks for the shout out. But I don't do like the polar bear dips, the icy water. But I don't know. I'm not a big swimmer. I mean, I wouldn't drown if I was out in the ocean. I could, tread water. But no expert swimmer. Like if I had to go from to that ship, it'd be quite difficult. It wouldn't be. There's someone way out there with a board. Someone way out the warning. Like that's pretty far. Are they asking for help? Is that someone out there? No, it's just a warning. Hey, don't go beyond there. Hey, that guy's not that far. It's the warning flag not to go further. Thought that was a person with their arms swinging. But again, I was a kid that liked to go out. If we went to the beaches in Hawaii. My mother's from Hawaii. So I've only visited a few times, but really it's paradise, So I spend my days teaching math. It really is. But as you can see, used to like to go to the end of books and sit, eat my mom would make like a dozen egg salad sandwiches or tuna fish or something. She'd make like easy to digest food, which we went picnicking to the beach. And again, smart mother, so that we could play and eat food that's easy to digest and keep going and make a day of it. I guess she grew up in Hawaii. So. Just thinking of Hanukkah on Bay yesterday. I haven't been thinking about my dad. I'll look at his photos again. His family, and as he passed, morning my father died. My parents got divorced, so I was very young. All the kids were young. And my dad had custody. He was never a tyrant dad. He was never a bad dad. And it took a lot to get him pissed off, He was very even-tempered. He was always fair to friends, no matter what race, color, creed, they were rich or poor, because he was a lawyer. He always had a sense of justice and decency. He took a lot to get him angry, to get him upset. But when he did get upset, it was coming from not moral dogma, but just like, would you use your goddamn brain? Like, my kids are not moral, He was no religious fanatic, but, he was bar mitzvahed before he converted to Judaism. He's like, come on, would you use your brain for crying out loud? Like, don't do stupid stuff with people. Don't do stupid things. Don't do it again. Blah, blah, blah. It was funny because those sort of don't do it again conversations, I had very few of them with Dad. So I wasn't the kind of kid that was like pushing boundaries or, oh, can I get away with this? Can I get away with this? And certainly didn't become a career criminal. Banana. The water's nice. So most of the families here are Russian, all of a sudden, if you ever walk to Brighton Beach. So as you leave Luna Park, there are a lot of locals and New Yorkers of all ethnicities. But once you get here to Brighton Beach, I'd say it's more than 75% Russian derivatives. I mean, I'm a Russian mix, but grandma and our relatives on my dad's side, but I always felt like they were family. I never felt like anything other than that. Maybe, I don't know if that was mutual, but wow, there's more people fishing today. There's some fishing poles. Several. Gonna go past the volleyball and out of here. Alright, here we go. Soft sand. Club music. Someone brought out a nice speaker. It's booming. You can feel the vibes from the speaker over here. Just chilling. There's high-life style paddles. So, check out this runner. If you check out my YouTube channel, you'll see they have fireworks here on Fridays now at Coney Island. For a tourist draw every Friday, they have about 45 minutes of fireworks. It's not a bad play if you like to see fireworks. And someone's paragliding. Amazing. It's pretty high up. I wonder if they have base jump parachutes when they do that, just in case. Okay, we're backup emergency. All right, we're on the blue runners. Right? There we go. There. Industrial quality. So it's easier on the feet. It's like you're walking on a Persian rug, nice and thick. Super good mesh here at Coney Island. I have blue rugs. If you have knee problems, go to the blue rugs. It's like therapy. Feels good right into your feet. Strong mesh. There we go. All right, so here are the happy Russians and the gorgeous Russian ladies of volleyball. And there are people on the tech table, guys today. And I'm gonna go pass down on the beach. Sounds good, right? So, I have early memories. My grandparents were in Hawaii, and there were a few relatives that were from the great-grandparent era, but I can't really remember them from Hawaii on my mom's side. But we had great-grandma and her sister Rose. They were in their 90s. So she used to take me to the park, great-grandma. So, it's Dad's grandparents. His grandfather, maternal grandfather, passed away. Very large family. All right. So on we go. So just chilling. So again, on the tech table, you're not supposed to use your hands. No hands. So, usually in the pure sport, you just head the ball. No, they do a lot of head bounces, these weird angles. So they're down like bulls, like linebackers, like bent over the table. Some of these guys. The tech cue. Hey, a kite. In New York waterways. It's always peaceful in the park. We're in Central Park. There's no problem playing and walking around in the 90s. And great-grandma around. We're in Brighton Beach, so the parks are very similar around the 5 boroughs. So they were designed at the same time similar housing was built for soldiers like Stuyvesant Town, Peter Cooper Village. The red brick housing that was built for soldiers returning from World War II. For their families. They're still, they're $1 million co-ops today, multi-million-dollar co-ops, but they're still around, most of them. They're in decent shape. But every once in a while, if I find a big stone, I'm going to use it as a paperweight at work. Anyway, I digress. I feel like making an hour quiz too. Apologies or something. A timer for the quiz. I'm just bored. I have a lot of coding to do for the fall. And I get what I get, you know. I'm the one who completed my college education, so what can I tell you? Today in class we had a SAT question with an inscribed equilateral triangle, and I forgot about but that's not like nobody got it on the quiz, but you have to break it down into 30, 60, 90 triangles, and then you can find the measurements. That was the key idea. You had to be clever, but I hadn't seen a challenge level problem like that in a while. What are these? Someone left their catch thing for tennis balls, right? Or this one broke. Right? Yeah, this one split. The sticky side, you could glue it back together. It's like when you play catch with tennis balls, but that's like your mitt. It sticks to it. Alright, that is good. Bathrooms are still open. Alright, this is my mile mark, this rug. So turn around onto the boardwalk, walk back a mile faster. But I did it. We're halfway done. 31 minutes, so not a bad time either. What's this, bread? Hey, someone's feeding the seagulls. Happy kid. Good education. You recognize that laugh when the dad's there and dad, mom, and kid are happy. That kind of kid laugh. Fun family laugh, huh? Should write another more plays. You know, that moment when the kid's laughing because his dad's home. He doesn't have anything for him really, but he's been working all day. But mom's happy because dad's home, so the kid's happy. So then the dad knows that mom and the kid are both happy. They're doing okay, right, at this moment. And then dad gets super happy because the dad's been working all day for these two. Do you know what I'm talking about? Those are nice things. Hey, basketball. Game. And nice park. Oh snap, my battery drained. 20%. So I'm gonna pull over and put my battery pack on. Maybe just a minute. Enjoy the river. More expensive, but yeah, you could probably. All right, it's working. So So, we're in Brighton Beach. That's nice. The air is warm and funky here, like there's a laundromat or generator somewhere. Chlorine smelled air. It's funky. You must know that. You must know that. Now I feel like taking a shower. Alright, it's charging. Oh, this battery. 9%. I don't know if that's true. But it says it is. I think the 20,000 amp works better at nights at like 61% or 70% when it's got more than half. It's like a speed charger, but when it's down to like 30 or 20, it doesn't charge as fast. Mental. Quick note, quick consumer note. If you use one of those giant batteries to recharge, to get one or two charges, it charges faster when it's fully charged. Here's the local map. We're going to stare here for 10 seconds. So I was checking the metrics on videos, and for example, the one that spiked was Coney Island's the hot dog eating contest. So when it's like an objective in the city, like something that you should do, like watch them eat the hot dogs at Nathan's. You got 4 hours of view time just over the weekend, just since July 4th. It's over 4 hours. So to get the channel monetized, you need 3,000 over a course of a year. So that's 4 hours in one day. So that is view hours. So the content was interesting enough. It spiked to 4.5 hours. So far, that I'll compound as people look back at the amazing contest that was with Joey Chestnut and Mickey Studio dominating the competition once again. Joey for the 17th year, and Mickey, the proud mom, for the umpteenth year as well. She raises her son and keeps the dreams of women that she's crushed alive. I mean, the person was like 10 or 20 dogs behind her. She just devours the competition. She does these eating things. I guess she's top 5 in the world as well. These glutton competitions. Joey has said that when you're in your 40s, the muscles are changing in your jaw and your throat. And he really doesn't know the longevity of this sport, this extreme sport. And he's, honed his techniques of belly expansion and cleaning the digestive tract. And he said that he doesn't vomit it out. He said he goes to sleep, lets it digest. And he does excrete it. That's what he says. Is that true? Because I had heard the opposite in previous years, that they had sort of they used to have these gluttonous orgies, like in Italy or in Greece or whatever. So you could eat, and when your belly was distended, they give you a bucket so you could throw it up, because the pleasure of eating. And they give you, special wines or something, or milks or whatever, to clean the gullet, so that when the acid came out of your stomach, it didn't ruin your body that much. So I thought they had vomitoriums, like some Mediterranean countries, that just indulge in the pleasures of eating, because the sensations on your tongue, eating these different flavors, even just eating at the Thai restaurant last night was a fun experience. But, the Epicurean decadence, I thought they had honed that. But he says no, he does not throw up the food. These contests, even when he's completely stuffed, he takes the time to slow down sleep and digestion over the course of several days. I thought that was amazing. So that's more of like a python, whatever. So I guess the python and the losers are the mice. You ever see like photos of like a python, and it's got like this balloon in the middle of its body, like snakes that eat whole birds or whole mice or whatever. That's the image that comes to mind as I say this. How's it going? I'm just streaming live. But the point is that if I get if the content's good enough for 5 hours of viewing, and then I'm also doing shorts and doing the other things that spike and get 1,000 views or whatever. But if I can do live events that average 5 hours, streaming every day, 5 times 300, say I do 300 days, every day the year. But just like this walk, some of these walks are getting like 1,000 views. But if that translates to just a few hours, that means I have to do 2 streams, right? I can get 5 hours of viewing time on average. Because 5 times 300 is 1,500 hours. So that means I should do a morning stream for an hour. I'll find something fun to do, like bring you to a restaurant, or go walk through Prospect Park, or do calisthenics in the park, or Tai Chi or something, go to a Tai Chi class, or just something interesting in the morning. And then go about with my life, and then
so much for your friend Larry.
And then one more at night. That's 2. As long as the content gets good enough, that's twice a day, 300 days out of the year. I mean, when the holidays come around, like go to like holiday events and stuff like that, then be monetized. That's a lot of work. Fuck. So maybe I mean, and the travel time and shit, it's a full-time job. I mean, how much money do you get when you get to level 1? I don't know. It's gonna be worth it. Then what? To make $10 a week, it's gonna be the biggest fucking letdown in the world. Look at this nice weather vane. Like what? To make $10 a week streaming once you're monetized? The ads, like, I don't know what a level 1 streamer makes. There's a nice weather vane. There's a penguin, a seahorse. It's like a sea lion or dolphin. Like a pikefish. Looks like one of them fell off. There's just 3 animals. I think one of them fell off the weather vane. The 4th animal. How sad. Alright, we're approaching the aquarium. And this boring wall will be in contrast to the Sasaki wall, which is this homage to the sea. No mural's been painted here. It's been freshly painted, actually. And this wood, up here. It feels like it's going to be painted with something soon. All right. So I'm going to show you here by the Oceanside Grill. Oceanside. I'm going to show you the broken slats that go down to the bowels of the aquarium, where there's a subterranean city of Atlantis right here on the shore. It goes several floors deep. I feel like it's sub-level 2 and 3. I feel it. I feel the power of like municipal building under my feet. These generators. I feel the power of their little green SUVs and garbage trucks going back and forth under my feet. I feel it vibrating. Feel the road. There are people down there ending their shifts saying, oh, we have such a cool garage down here. Saying what's up to their coworkers as they switch the vehicles and pick up the garbage. And they're happy to know a part of the underground Atlantis here. All right, so these slats broke. Oh, they started to repair them. There was a big hole here just a few days ago. That orange cone is. It was a complete gaping hole. So, hey, some good construction workers putting the braces up and making it safe, I guess. They left their screw bucket, their tool bucket. So there's a big hole, but it feels like these are getting old. Some of this wood is over 100 years old. So there have been some holes back and forth. Some of the slats feel really loose. And again, if you run the Brooklyn half, the screws, a lot of foot injuries, even with people with shoes, because they hit the screw at the wrong angle and they twist their ankles, or they trip and then their knee hits the screw. Then they have a bloody fucking knee, or their arm. Be really careful running on the boardwalk. I don't know why they end the Brooklyn half. Maybe that's why the wood is broken, because 50,000 fucking runners are, that's it. I figured it out. It's not just the trucks, it was the impact of the runners, because whether you know it or not, when you're running, you're doing it's multiple times your body weight. It's going into those shoes. And these are kind of loose. It's a walking boardwalk, it's not a running boardwalk. So the owners of Newark Roadrunner might be held liable for the damage to these. Yeah, that's what it is, I swear. It's not the bikes or the scooters. It's the runner. The runners are damaging the slats, not the bikes. It's not the scooters, it's the runners from the marathon that are damaging the boardwalk. It's the marathon that damages the boardwalk. I have figured it out. I spread the word. The marathon is damaging our boardwalk. And they're going to sue New York Roadrunners in 5 years for hold them loud. It's going to be on the news. Mark my words. I'm going to come back to this video and highlight it. Say 2030, they have to spend $1 million to redo the boardwalk. Part of the reason is because of running events. Like the half marathon, 50,000 people resonating on the slats and then breaking. See, all these are loose now from the run just a month ago. Because that was 50,000 people marching. I'm not talking about like protesters marching, or talking about a mob of 50,000 people. You know, like Joshua at the Battle of Jericho. When I was studying in college, we reread the story. They said, well, when soldiers march in formation, they can resonate. You know, they can shake a street. They can make buildings shake or rattle because the soldiers are marching. When you have 10,000 soldiers or 50,000 humans marching, the buildings can rattle. Like that's like a general strategy. If they're marching together, the street shakes, and that's what's happened to these slats because of the marathon. The 50,000 people, they ruined the boardwalk. All these loose boards are from the marathon. I'm sure they're already complaining about it. I'm sure there's some workers that are saying all these loose boards are from marathon. Since the marathon, I have to replace 3,000 boards or something because these people ran and all the boards are loose. I'm telling you, I figured it out. So they should get super glue 2 months before the marathon. Take out the power drill and super glue all the boards. See that? 2 months before the marathon, just super glue them. And then like cheer them on. Then have bigger cheers because they're running over the super glue. Fix the boardwalk and cause less injuries. That's a lot. Got all these nice foremen. Be nice to work down here, and then that's like your apartment. As you like work at, you're some municipal worker, so you don't have to pay rent. You just have the office. And you have like a cot in the back. Just go to work. At the seaport, there was this homeless vet, Pat O'Connor, this drunk guy, and he used to always ask me, "Give me $1," and then he would leave me alone. It was like paying him off protection money. It was just horrible Vietnam tours. And Dad found out he was extorting me, but I was like, yeah, but then the Westies leave me alone, like he leaves me alone, his friends leave me alone. He's been through hell and knows that. He goes, yeah, but you're my son, you know? So I thought it was very fatherly of Dad. I actually talked to him. So then Jack and some of the other seamen at the South Street Seaport that worked there would give him odd jobs, like fixing wood, like this, fixing wood frames in apartments, like in the neighborhood, like getting him contacts, like take this vet off the street, give him like 50 or 100 bucks and he'll clean your windows or tear up some floorboards. He was still strong enough. He's in his 60s. But he had Agent Orange, so he started getting weaker and weaker. He couldn't haul fish. He couldn't do the scab labor down there. But they gave him one of the trailers, one of the those municipal trailers. So Jack gave him the keys, or one of the guys, because they're like their lifetime on these boats, like repairing these boats. And the cops looked the other way. So homeless Pat from the Vietnam, we used to sleep at the Vietnam Memorial. He had his own little house. He said, yeah, I can open the door. They threw a mattress down in the corner, you know, keeps it kind of clean. And they gave me a boombox to listen to Linda Ronstadt. I love Linda Ronstadt. And George Carlin comedy tapes. Like these old cassettes, like some old $20 cassette, you know, like right out of Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, like a cassette player with a few tapes. And he was happy enough. He was freezing, shivering in the cold. This is snowed and rain under some awning, just in like the trailer park like that. And they were in construction. Then the mob moved out of the seaport, and the Irish who worked there, they still worked by the Tin Building. They still worked at the museum or the Conservancy or at the other preservation places. But that was it for Jack, because they moved the fish market up to the Bronx. That was it for all the fish. I mean, it was alive down there 4 a.m. because I used to stay over there once in a while. Street performing. You know, I just felt like, you know, some kid out of the 1800s of my life. Some poor kid begging for money over year after year at the seaport. Just barely making rent, not getting any agents or contacts. But just doing honest juggling. Cheers. But, what was I saying about, yeah, so then they folded up shop. He was gone. He used to do protection at some of the Irish bars, make a little bit of money. And he used to do, but he wanted to do like, you know, more honest work. And he also did protection for the hot dog vendors that were like veterans from World War II, or they're the sons and daughters of these vets who ran the hot dog carts. Then the halal carts started selling. No one's buying hot dogs anymore. Everyone's buying gyros, you know. That really happened here in the city. That's the mayoral candidates. Hot dogs got smashed by gyros and chicken over rice, you know. Hot dogs phased out the last 20 years. So Al and his wife Sophie left, his son AJ, and halal just took over the streets in New York. I mean, there's still Nathan's, but it's not this like street vendor carts. There's corn and barbecue, and there's fruit carts and churros. But like, you know, it's just Nathan's and and a few hot dog, a few burger joints that stood the test of time. So the world moved away from the sodium nitrate of hot dogs. So, wow, these nice tents. Ruby's Bar and Grill. Well, they sell dogs here and pizza and stuff. It's so overpriced, huh? Well, a lot of family tents up. I have one. My dad got me one for my birthday because I said I'd juggle under it. But I can use it on the beach by myself. I'm going to do that one morning. Sit on the beach with my tent and juggle. I can do that this Friday if the weather's nice. Come out here at 7 a.m., do a morning stream, see how people like it. And that's too early. Where's that tent? I think it's in my closet. It's in my front closet. I gotta clean my fucking apartment. All right, here we go. 57 minutes. When I was a kid, I had a friend, AJ, who's a very wealthy man now. On his third wife, extremely successful Columbia graduate. Extremely successful financially, a good student. And also yeah, what was I gonna say? A good student. And we had this friend Andrew Marsh, who's a professor down south somewhere, like American University or something. He's like a history professor, good guy. So his mom used to say, he said, well, my mom has a rule at our house that you can't stay home and to go for a walk. Just go out in the neighborhood, just go for a random walk for an hour. This is when we were in high school. And I just thought it was a weird rule because my dad never did that. My mom never did that. But we were always on our bikes anyway. He said 1 hour and come back. So studying, he was a good student, a good solid B student, B, A- student. Bronx Science was super competitive. And I was like, it wasn't like the top at Bronx Science. I mean, I was in math, but not in like all subjects. So I just thought that was a fun mom rule. Like every day, get an hour of exercise. It wasn't like he was like doofy, like he wasn't athletic, but he was strong. He was stronger than me. He was physically strong, like maybe like 6 feet tall once we graduated. But he just had natural strength, Exercise today was, even if you had a lot of homework, like 4 hours of homework, so you take a break, go walk for an hour, go do something for an hour, get out of the house, come back in an hour. But he never invited us to walk with him in the neighborhood or a bike or whatever he did. Too much. Maybe he did with AJ. I think he did with AJ once in a while, but not with me. But he was still a friend. I thought of him as a friend. I thought of him as a friend. Can we see the roller coaster? And if I had an all-day pass, I'd just want a VIP pass for the water flume. I always like the water flume ride. Is there one coming? The water river rides. They were my favorite one. It's like $100 for an adult for an all-day pass. But and I don't know if you can stream it. I mean, if it's attached to my book bag or to a helmet, maybe I can wear the camera. But I don't know. And then they have these new electric go-karts, which are supposed to be pretty fast, and the G-forces are good. But hey, that is a roller coaster. It's going up. Only 2 people on it. Are you serious? There's only 2 people on that roller coaster. A mom and son kind of thing. And her hijab. Hajib? What do you call the headdress of a woman in Islam? It's in her hajib. There they go. That's one of the nice, quiet roller coasters. See it wind around. Here it comes. That's like 5 years. Doesn't like loop to loop. Alright, the lights are up at the stadium and I'm going back to my bike. So thanks for checking me out. And again, there's the goal. That's the goal. 3,000 hours is the only thing I have to do. I have enough viewers. I have enough subscribers. So I'll keep pumping out shorts. I'm hoping my shorts can do half that. And then if I do one live morning, one live night daily, I think I got this. I think I can get monetized. So I'm encouraged by this. I mean, when before they changed the metrics like 15 years ago, I had almost $100 like that they owed me. I went to PayPal, I never got the check for $100. So then they changed the rules for monetization. All right, I'm out of here. Again, thanks guys. I'm gonna do 360 here. This is the parachute jump. Carousel's closed. The Carousel Cafe is closed. There's some guy shadow boxing. There's thunder in the park. It's kind of quiet here. Tuesday night. All right, that's it. It's fun being a tutor where they don't tell me what to wear. Well, they told me not to wear shorts when I had my marathon legs. But I have a old Just Say No to Drugs hat. So I was looking up, like, what, I shouldn't wear it? Why I live this life? Why do I have time to wear this hat when I wrote the class? It's like none of this money is drug money. I actually wrote that at Columbia. None of my money went to drugs. In our student paper, something published. And I'm not a liar. So I was gonna get Darren, the Just Say No to Drugs lion, which was the propaganda of the US for keep your kid aware that there are bad drug people in the world. And just use your good judgment in educating them on what's good for your mind and body. I'm done here. I'm done. Anyway, this is the pier. It's kind of nice. If you have a date, I would bring a girl out here. She trusts me to walk on the water, and things kind of romantic. All right, I'm out of here. Bye. I'm done. I'm out. Thanks.